Hey, my name is Bryan from RevWhisper. Just want to take a minute before we talk to cover what's going to be included in this call. So by the end of it, you'll know exactly where your listing stands right now, what it should be earning, and the gap between those two numbers. So I don't know your exact situation right now, but every host we speak to is on one of two sides. One side, you may be getting bookings through the door, but you may have this feeling that a lot of these nights could be sold at higher rates. And on the other side, maybe bookings just aren't coming in. If you're not getting booked, it's usually because you're completely buried within search. Guests literally are not able to find your property. It's not that they're coming across your property and they're not liking what they see. They just aren't able to actually find your listing on Airbnb. And maybe you've tried things that other Facebook groups, other people have mentioned, like changing your photos, changing your title, your description. And none of that's really moved the needle, and you have no real way to measure how that changes. So the thing that most hosts don't realize is the number of bookings you receive on Airbnb is directly tied to your ranking within search. And your ranking within search is directly tied to your price. So here's what's actually going on with your listing. It's not just one thing, it's usually these three things all combined. Your ranking, your conversion, and your price. And the reason it most likely never gets fixed is because most hosts treat them as three separate problems. If you fix one and ignore the others, you go nowhere. So let me break down these three levers. The first one is ranking. So this is exactly where you show up within search when guests are finding your property. It's directly tied to how many views you get on your listing. So visibility on Airbnb is essentially an exponential curve. The further you go out within search, maybe past page 2, page 3, you essentially become buried on the platform. The second one is conversion. So maybe guests are able to find your property and land on it, but are they converting once they get onto it? So that comes down to your photos, your listing description, your photo captions, the things that you can change on the listing. And the third is your price. So guests may be finding your listing, it may be set up to convert, but is it at the right price to actually book? That's the whole thing. Are you visible? Are you converting? And are you at the right price? Now here's the part where most hosts get it wrong. Your ranking and your price are not two separate problems. They're the same problem. Most hosts think Airbnb works like Google. They give you some fixed score where you show up within search, and changing your photos, keywords, and listing description has an impact on where you rank overall. And that's not how it works at all. Ranking is very dynamic. It changes day to day by the guest count people are searching at, the day of the week, and it's heavily correlated to your price. Airbnb is constantly changing the order of the listings within search. And it's only going to show listings which they know are going to convert visitors. So when you change your price, you're not just changing whether someone books you, you're changing whether Airbnb even shows it to them in the first place. That's why dropping your price and getting some extra bookings feels like it worked, but really you have no idea how it impacted your visibility. Airbnb is basically a black box. And without seeing how those pricing changes move you within search, you're essentially guessing. So this is exactly what we do at RevWhisper. Every other revenue management company prices the exact same way. They look at the market, they look at the comps, and they throw you somewhere in between where you should be priced at. So we do something different, and it's called rank-based pricing. And here's what makes it work. So we track how every pricing decision that we make impacts your visibility on the platform. That feedback loop of seeing how those pricing decisions actually move your visibility, that's something that no other host or revenue manager has access to. So instead of just pricing to the market, we find the exact intersection between maximum visibility and highest price possible. Basically, how far can we push your pricing while maintaining that top visibility spot? So if you do this on a rolling basis throughout the entire year, that's where you maximize the most amount of revenue on the platform. The simplest way to put it, it's the difference between setting your price on what you think it should be versus what mathematically drives the most amount of revenue throughout the entire year. And this isn't just theory for us. We manage 10 of our own properties across the US as well too. So this is the exact strategy we ran on our own money before offering it to any clients. So coming back to the call, here's exactly what we're gonna walk through together. So first of all, I'll get to know your listing. So there's a whole nother layer of data on the back end that I can't see, and we'll look at that together. Second, we'll figure out where you want to be. Mainly what you think your portfolio is capable of earning if everything was run smoothly. Third, I'll pull up your ranking report and show you exactly where you show up within search. We'll walk through any inferences we can make from this data and make any conclusion and how those changes could impact revenue. And fourth, we'll walk through exactly what we would do and if we can help you close that gap. So in preparation for the call, you just need to show up. You can have your Airbnb listing handy if we need it, and having a general idea of how much you made in revenue on the previous year on your properties helps as well. You'll get a couple quick reminders before the meeting as well too. And that's it. Looking forward to digging into your property soon.